I'm so excited about this event. I mean, I'm shaking here. I didn't sleep last night. I'm so excited to get on here and chat with you guys.
Aw.
Kidding. But no, we do have some exciting stuff to talk about. And I know, Tom, you and I were on the phone yesterday, and I had to calm you down. It was like, Tom, okay, I know ChartCon's coming up. I know you're excited, but relax here, buddy.
Yeah, well, I've been to a lot of conferences, and I mean, I've been to the International Traders Expo, I've been to money shows, I've been to all these different shows, and really all of those conferences are more sales oriented than they are
Yeah,
information oriented. And the thing I love about stock charts and doing ChartCon is that the focus is on education and it's not on sales.
it is. Yeah.
And to me, that's a big difference because I like to go in and feel comfortable that I'm in an environment where I can learn from some others who have a lot of experience.
Mhm.
And I'll show you a chart at the end. But, when the volatility is rising, and it has been rising in 2018, unlike anything we had seen probably for the last, previous 18 months, 2 years,
Oh, yeah.
that really brings a lot into play in terms of, managing risk. And that's the theme. So I'm going to turn it back to you and let you go over the theme and some of the other key attributes of this ChartCon. But yeah, I'm pretty darn excited about it.
No, absolutely. I mean, this is the perfect time to have this conference. And when Chip and I sat down, we're going to talk about this more in just a second, but when Chip and I sat down to try to figure out, okay, we're doing ChartCon, what do we want the theme to be? It was really, really clear at the start of the year, stuff is happening, whether it's interest rates going up or kind of uncertainty, coming back into the market, volatility rising. We said, okay, we want to make that the theme. We want all of our presenters. We got 13 different presenters plus Chip and plus me. So that's 15 people total talking. We wanted everyone to talk in some way about risk management, diversification, asset allocation, how you're protecting yourselves, how you're handling kind of a more uncertain environment. I mean, you look back in 2017, we had an environment where every day we were just ticking up. We were just ticking up for 12 months. I mean, it was crazy. I think people got sort of lulled into this false sense of security. And once 2018 hit, it was a totally different story. And so it was really clear right then we needed to talk about risk management and how you handle sort of rising volatility and more uncertainty in the market. So we're doing that with this theme that we've got, reducing risk in uncharted waters. I think it's going to be incredibly timely. And frankly, it's fun for me also as a trader to go to ChartCon and to be a host of it. I mean, it's fun to just hang out with you guys and everything, but I get to watch the presentations. And so I get to watch, Martin Pring and Alex Elder and Tom and Aaron, talking about what you guys are doing. And it's fun. I'm always learning too. And, I talked to you guys at the conference, and it's pretty cool to see Martin Pring up there saying, I just listened to John, like at 2016, ChartCon 2016, Martin Pring saying, I just listened to John Murphy's presentation and I learned something. I'm going, Martin, you're like the godfather here. What did you have to learn? But it's incredible. It does happen.
Yeah, I'll just say too that I remember the panel discussion. It was kind of lively between John and Martin disagreeing.
It always is.
We had some energy up there on the stage. That was fun for some old guys. That was pretty cool. I wanted to dive in here really quick and just kind of give this interesting history of ChartCon, because there are really two sides to the story. We did our first ChartCon in 2011. And it was in person exclusively. It was in Seattle. We had everyone come out here. We had, I think it was 500 people come and join us. They flew out to Seattle. We had everyone out here for 2 days. We were hosting it in this big hotel right downtown. And it was a great experience. But it was incredibly challenging. And it was, the traditional conference. You try to get everyone out there. And it was incredibly challenging. But we did it 3 times. We did it in 2011, 2012. We took 2013 off. And we said, okay, we're going to do this every 2 years. That's a little more manageable. We did it in 2014, and 2014 was our last conference in person, last physical conference. So in 2015, Chip and I actually went to a business conference, totally unrelated to ChartCon. And we did the normal conference thing. We got on a train. Actually, it was in Vancouver. So we took a train up from Seattle to Vancouver. And we got there on Friday. The conference went Saturday, Sunday. We came home on Monday. We took 4 days to go to this thing. And we stayed in a hotel. We went out to dinner. It was a big expense. And it was a great experience. We had a ton of fun at this conference, learned a lot, had, met a lot of interesting people, all that stuff. The normal thing that you do at a conference. But we got home and, we kind of took a break from it. We're like, okay, we got to catch up on work. And so a week later, we're sitting around going, what did we learn at that conference again? there was something about this guy gave a thing about a something, and then I forget. So we sat down and we were, starting to plan the next ChartCon, and we looked back on that experience and we went, this is silly. We're trying to do these in-person conferences, and they're great because you get to meet people and see stuff in person and shake everyone's hand. But the majority of the presentations are all, PowerPoints, and we can stream that out. We can videotape the whole thing and stream it out online. We're experimenting with these, video streaming technologies and everything. And so we said, we got to do it different. We're going to do another ChartCon in 2016, and we're going to do it. It's going to be totally different. It's not going to be the physical thing. So not to brag, but I honestly believe this. We kind of fixed conferences. We're not the first person to do an online conference, but we did fix conferences. We kind of took all of the bad things about a conference, which are the travel. You got to, fly or take a train or drive or whatever it is. You got to take that time off. You got to take, 4 days to go to a 2-day conference. It's crazy. And on top of that, we kind of fixed this aspect of a normal conference, which is that you go, you listen to the presentations, maybe you take some notes, but it's tough to kind of archive everything that you learned and really, write down all of the information and everything. Inevitably, when you go to a conference, you sort of end up going, okay, I got all this. I stepped in front of a fire hose, tried to take a drink. I got a bunch of information, but I don't remember everything. And you don't have a way to kind of take that with you, right? The conference is over. The conference is over. You're done. So what we said is we're gonna stream the conference. We did this for the first time in 2016. We're gonna stream the conference. It's gonna be online. You're gonna watch it. And the great thing is you have video archives of the whole thing. So when you're saying, okay, wait, Tom said something and it was about gaps, and I really want to go back, and what was that? Oh, you know what? I'll just pull up the video. I'll just go back and watch it. And so you get these videos that you can watch for forever. We don't take them away from you or anything. You pay for them. They're yours. And you get to sort of take that conference experience with you indefinitely. I honestly think we fixed conferences. It's a pretty cool thing. We're sitting here saying this is way, way better. And we had a lot of feedback after ChartCon 2016 that said, I went to the original ChartCons that were in person, and this is a better experience. So that part of ChartCon is really, really powerful. And, that's the main thing that I want to emphasize is most conferences, you have to pay a couple $1,000s. You pay a couple hundred for the tickets, and then you pay a couple hundred for travel and a couple hundred for the hotel. You end up paying a couple $1,000s to go to this thing. ChartCon, it's $249, and that's it. And you get it forever. You can watch it as much as you want into the future. You can go back, rewatch everything. It's always there for you. Like Tom was saying too, this is where I want you guys to jump in. This year's theme is really, really timely. And I'm excited about that because I think that we're going to get some really, really interesting perspectives from this host of speakers that we have, which, it's a pretty diverse crowd. You guys are all pretty different. We do have a pretty diverse lineup. And so to get everyone's perspective on, what's going on in the markets right now, but then also kind of get people to step back and do less current market talk and more kind of, broad strategy and more timeless concepts and things like that. When you can sort of take those timeless concepts and you can root them in a really interesting market environment like we have right now, that's where I think it's an incredibly timely theme, and I think it's going to be a powerful conference because of that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. I mean, I think too, there's always opportunities somewhere in the market. Even when the market's going down, there's still opportunities. I mean, when I started the show, we haven't gotten a breakout yet on the S&P above 2,800. We haven't seen the Dow breakout, but I pointed out software's breaking out, internet's breaking out, technology's breaking out. Yep. The NASDAQ's been doing well. The Russell 2000 until the last couple of days have been outperforming wildly in 2018. So there are ways to evaluate the market besides just looking at the Dow Jones and the S&P 500.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, part of managing risk is understanding how the market works.
Oh yeah, and you bring in the different time frames too. I mean, we've got a pretty diverse set. You look at Martin Pring versus Tom Bowley. Those are pretty different, trading investing time frames. So to get those sort of competing perspectives in there too, I think it's going to be a really, really fantastic year for it.
Yeah, can I go against someone other than Martin?
No, it's you and Martin head to head. We're putting the boxing gloves on. You guys got to duke it out.
I want to go.
I've got to go after Tom McClellan, so that's
true. Yeah, you're stuck with a tough follow up, and I think you'll do a good job.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. So, the other thing too, we're kind of touching on this, but we really do have a world-class lineup. It's funny being in this industry, talking to a lot of people. It's a luxury for me. I get to talk to all these great people in the industry, and it's funny every business call that we take. I'm getting emails now, probably once a week, from some pretty big names in the financial industry and the technical analysis industry, and they're emailing me saying, "Hey, you guys have a really great lineup at ChartCon. What the heck? How do I get onto that next year?" It's funny. I don't want to name drop or kind of call anyone out or anything, but we've had some pretty big personalities that call us up and say, "Why wasn't I invited to ChartCon?" But we only got 2 days here. We got to pack them in. But we really do have an incredible lineup. I'm just thrilled. Alex Elder coming out, Tom McClellan, Dave Keller, Tom and Aaron, Greg, Arthur, Martin. I mean, these are Tushar. I'm so excited for Tushar this year. I think his stuff is going to be great. He was on yesterday.
Yeah, we actually have a second female on the list as well.
Mary Ellen. We just added Mary Ellen McGonigal. She's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see what she has for us. It's going to be a really, really exciting lineup, and a little bit different this year too. We had about 2 years there where it was pretty much the same lineup, and this year we've really introduced a whole list of new people to the lineup. So I'm excited about that as well.
Who has the real pressure?
Who's that?
Well, I had to explain to Julius what a closer is. He didn't have that baseball perspective. So I told him, I was like, you're going to be up in the bottom of the ninth. He's going out on the mound in the bottom of the ninth to close out ChartCon.
I know.
Second day. So
he's got that European thing. He's got that European suave. Maybe we can make it work. So yeah, we stuck him with the closing act there, but I think he'll do a good job too.
Yeah, and I like the fact that even though we have, we don't have people actually coming in great numbers, that there's still opportunity for social networking. Because I know Greg, Tom, and we're having a lot of fun updating people on what was going on and having conversations on the side. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we actually, you guys were really the sort of the leaders of it last time around. We had this conference app, and we're going to be doing that again this year. And the conference app means that you can interact with all the other attendees. We've got a big list of attendees. It's a pretty huge number of people for you to interact with, and they're all around the world. We had a guy on a boat last time who's floating around in the Mediterranean or something like that.
That was me. That was me.
That was Tom. No, you're up in the clouds, Bull.
In your mind.
Exactly.
But we've got people from all around the world that are interacting on this app, and they're sending photos and they're posting stuff, and it was really cool for us to see because it's an online conference, it's virtual, but because of this conference app, we had people feeling like they were there together, and they're messaging each other, they're posting photos, they're doing reviews, and the conference app was pretty cool. So we're going to be doing that again this year. I've got this thing up on the screen as well, the ChartCon Insider. So this is a sort of a newsletter-ish thing that we sent out, actually the first edition of yesterday. So all of the attendees received this long email called ChartCon Insider, which is sort of a preview, sneak peek, behind the scenes stuff, and a special offer in there, just sort of some key information. If you are registered for ChartCon and you haven't read that email, definitely go check it out. It's got some really exciting stuff in there for you. Good information that you need to know before the conference starts. If you do go and register right now, pay close attention to the final page of the checkout process, of the registration process. There's a link to the ChartCon Insider, so you'll be able to find that, and you can read that. You'll get the special offer and everything like that. So you can still catch up on that ChartCon Insider if you go register today. But we got I can't say it enough. I mean, I know I sound like a broken record, but ChartCon is going to be a fantastic experience this year. I absolutely can't wait for you guys to all get out here and for everyone to see everything that we've got going on online. I think it's undoubtedly going to be our best conference yet. We've got so much good stuff in store for you. So I'm really excited about it.
Well, it's a pleasure having you on here for sure.
Yeah. Jump off, but hope to see you all online at ChartCon next month. It starts on August 10th and 11th. You can go to stockcharts.com/ChartCon. You'll get all the information and everything. You can register on that page, stockcharts.com/ChartCon. Definitely check it out. So hope to see you there.
Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thanks, Grayson.
See you guys.